This is a really important point because we often treat recovery as something that we have to earn. I'll rest once everything else is done, but life is never done. Your task list is never done. Recharging time is not a reward, it's the fuel you need to actually keep going. Yeah. So we sleep because that's how the body and brain restore and integrate new things. And if we don't do that, we can't function. So let's look at some of the benefit of regular recovery. It really improves creativity, decision making, emotional regulation, patience, your overall relationship, your focus, your productivity, and of course your physical health, which is the one we are all quite familiar with. Let's look at just some ways that you actually can recharge. You can do walks. Daily walks is a great and simple, easy thing to do, even if you're not that physically fit. Yoga, the same. A great way to be more present, away from screens, and do slow movements that help reduce stress. Dancing is an excellent way, used in every culture around the globe and for centuries, because it's a great way to regulate and celebrate. So get dancing, put on some music at home, yeah, and do some movement and jam a bit, even if you can't do it at work. Table tennis is a simple thing. If you have one in the office that can be folded up, not take a lot of space, and get people moving, and also create a bit more social connection around that. Of course, stretching, something that most of us can do, even if you don't have a lot of mobility or fitness. So let's look at the mental aspects that you can do. So you can do reading. Again, get away from screen time, read a book before going to bed. Do some meditation, put on some calming music, close your eyes for a while and just focus on your breathing and your sensations in your body, and do screen-free time. It's creating mental fatigue that we are constantly on these screens demanding our attention. Social, meeting a friend, making time to catch up with your friends face to face is a modality we're really losing, as we often try to catch up on messages, WhatsApp, phone calls. But we are wired for proximity, so it has a different impact on your nervous system when you actually meet a friend, meet caring family, have family meals together, or do shared activities with friends or other hobbies that you share. And again, nature, go to parks, forest walks, or just sit outside close to trees and greenery and open spaces. In Japan, they're now prescribing this for depression because they found that simply getting people out into nature without any specific goal and looking at moments of what we call awe, where we suddenly feel something greater than ourselves and encapsulated by some of the beauty of nature, decrease stress, increase our well-being significantly, even better than antidepressants. So make sure you have time to be in nature. And let's not forget play. The essence, the music, the movement, the dancing, your hobbies, games, and just being ran out silly. Have a water fight, when it's hot. It not only brings teams together, it also creates a social energy that, again, improve our well-being. And it's just important overall to have time to also play. Otherwise, what is the point of all that we are doing, just surviving to eventually leave this planet? So make sure there's space for that. And let's look at why this really matters for your relationships, both at work and outside. When we're depleted, we often have a lot less capacity for others, right? I know myself, we can get more irritable, less patience, more reactive, and less emotional available. This can have a huge impact on our work performance, how well we can get on with our colleagues, but also with our family and friends. And many relationships issues aren't always just because of that dynamic itself. Sometimes there are energy problems from being depleted, and that demands are constantly higher than the resources you actually have. And it's difficult to compensate when you're actually exhausted, or to do that thing your kids ask you when you just need a moment to rest, right? Or to take another demand from your employees. Our creativity go down, our flexibility go down, our ability to take in new perspectives and ideas go down. Healthy relationship require two people who regular are able to recharge themselves. Otherwise, there's nothing to give.